video, I'm going to tell you why you do not need to learn how to manifest. It is innate. You were born manifesting. It's not something that you learn, and it's not something that you need to learn. It's not something that you need to pay anybody for. I'm going to get you right, and we're going to use Pythagoras theorem. If you don't know what Pythagoras theorem is, just look it up. But we're going to get started. It's not going to be complicated. It's not going to be super complicated. And you should walk away feeling happy, because manifesting isn't something you have to learn. You don't have to learn something you already know how to do. You just have to get into alignment. And that's all I'm teaching you today, is how to be in alignment with life so that the manifesting that naturally happens can continue to happen, okay? So, let me get my notes, because I journaled about this a while back, and I just want to make sure that I got it right for y'all. So, you can draw with me if you like. Got me a piece of white paper, just a regular piece of white paper, and a Sharpie. So, we're just going to start like this. Say, this is how most people think, right? We have we have point A and point B. This is where we are now, and most people think of manifesting as a far goal. You gotta walk all this space to get to your destination. You at point A, most people ask, how do I get from point A to point B? How do I get from where I'm at right now to my dream life, to my dream goals, to my dream job, to everything like that? I'll show you. But it does not have to be this linear way. You hear of quantum jumping and things like that because the universe loves to take the path of least resistance. And I'm going to show you how I understand that with Pythagoras theorem. So we're going to draw this in another way. We still have point A, and we have point B, right? We have point A and point B, and they're both on the x-axis. And if you know anything about the x-axis, it's about your position, where you are, your place. It's physical, your position. If you know anything about the y-axis, it's time. Position is physical, time is not physical. Keep that in mind, right? So we're gonna write physical for position, non-physical for flight. So we're still thinking about getting from point A to point B. You're probably like, where does Pythagoras theorem come in? Blah, blah, blah. If you know anything about math, about the universe, about geometry, then you know that a triangle is the most stable structure in the universe. So what we're going to do is we are going to just connect A and B with a vantage point. And if you can see, A and B aren't separate. They're literally on the same connection point. But linearly, that looks like it's going to take a long time. So what you do is you add a vantage point, which is C. You add a zenith. You connect A and B with a vantage point. A regular triangle. Now you have a stable structure. You don't just have one connection, you have 3 nodes, right? It's connected in 3 different ways. So what's important here is the fact that there are now multiple ways to get from A to B. It doesn't have to be this linear physical way. It doesn't have to. But I'm going to show you all with Pythagoras theorem. If you know what Pythagoras theorem is, it's a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So let's write that. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. So to find Pythagoras theorem with this triangle, we're going to split it in half. As you see, we're going to label this side A. We're going to label this side B. And the hypotenuse, like we always know, is C. So you have A, B, down the middle, and you have C. So now it looks more like a right triangle, right? A, B, and C, right here. A, B, and C. And if you know anything about Pythagoras theorem, you don't need to find the whole triangle. You just need one half of the triangle to figure out the area. You just need one half of the triangle. That's why we can split this in half, and we can use the right triangle. And technically, all you really need is two of the variables. Because if you get A and B, it automatically calculates C or whatever two variables you get, but we're going to use A and B. So remember how I said X is physical and Y is non-physical? Sorry, the X-axis is the physical axis and the Y-axis, time, is non-physical. So what's physical is our body, our reality, the life that we wake up and see every day. That's the physical. And the most important part about this equation, about manifesting, is literally just alignment. The most important part about alignment is making sure that you are accurately aligned. Like, it can't be distorted. You have your B and your A have to line up. So if A is your physical reality, your physical body, B, non-physical, what's non-physical? What's non-physical? Your mental, your mind. Your mind and your body have to align. You can't be in the past in your mind while your body is in the present. You are out of alignment. When you're out of alignment, you cannot calculate. The calculations can't run. And if it does run, it's going to give you distorted results. So you get where I'm going with this? All you need, again, to complete this equation, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, you just need variable a and you need variable b. They automatically square and calculate c. Again, variable a is physical, your body, your reality. You need to know and accurately get the data, but that data has to match the non-physical. Your mind and your body have to be aligned. If the triangle is not aligned, you can't calculate the hypotenuse. It's not going to work that way. So when you have A and B aligned, C is automatically calculated. And when you have C calculated, the rest of the equation is going to calculate itself as well. Once you find one half of the triangle, like this is the equation for the whole triangle, right? That's all you need. And what I want to talk about is, nobody gives ourselves enough credit. The brain, the mind, the power of the mind is a supercomputer. You can't fake the mind, you can't trick the mind, you can't act like you're happy, you can't fake. So when people say be in alignment, they're like, oh, like you need to have positive emotions. I don't like the manifestation culture. You don't need to be at the end result. Why are you getting yourself out of alignment? Anything in the past, anything in the future, you're out of alignment. And most of the time, most people are only going to be out of alignment with your mind. You can't really be out of alignment with your physical reality. You live here every day. We wake up every day. You're in your body every day. The problem is most people are out of alignment with their mind. Manifestation coaches, they say, hey, live in the past. Live in the future. Act as if. No, you manifest by being in alignment with your mind and body. When you were a child, you weren't acting as if, you were just being. If you were mad, you were mad, right? If you felt angry in your body, that aligned with your mind. Most people try to push away emotions, push away feelings, and they promote feel-good culture. No, you need to be human. You need to be in alignment. If you're angry and you feel angry, let your mind allow you to process those thoughts and be angry. Most people are stuck in the past or stuck in the future. And trauma does make people be stuck in the past because we aren't facing what we really feel. So a lot of people aren't able to move past that and move on in life because you're actually stuck. Your mind is basically a time traveling machine. Your mind can time travel. And that is what keeps most people out of alignment. That's why the present is a present, because you are able to be in alignment. You are able to make change in the present. You are able to calculate. You are able to get raw data in the present moment. Your body's able to do what it needs to do in the present moment. So, I hope this made sense. It's literally just that simple. It's literally just that simple. You don't need to pay anybody for anything. You just need to understand and catch yourself and recognize and be aware of what you're thinking, how you're feeling. What you're thinking, how you're feeling in regards to what you're thinking about, right? Ask yourself, if you're at work, am I thinking about work, or am I thinking about what I'm gonna do in the next few weeks? No, allow yourself to be present. And most people may question, how am I gonna get to certain things? How am I gonna get to, these big desires? Let me tell you something. Think about the App Store. Think about your phone. Think about the App Store. When you go into the App Store and you see all the games, you press the game and you download the game. You don't question if the game is going to show up in your phone. You press download. It's like, okay, when the game finishes downloading, I'll play it. The same thing is for you. Whatever desires you get, you wouldn't get a desire if it wasn't compatible for you. A game that is not compatible for your phone, you don't see no iPhone apps on an Android. If it wasn't compatible for you, you wouldn't have got the desire. You try to micromanage because you think it's up to you to figure it out. It's not up to you. You will probably never know how things are gonna come. And that's life. But I made a podcast episode on this. It's called The Desire is Proof. There's no system holding apps or running programs that is not compatible with the system. If you get a desire, that means that desire is compatible to your system, even if you don't feel like it in the moment. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you'll get it right now. Even sometimes if an app is compatible for a phone, you may try to download the app, but your phone may say, hey, we need to update, right? It doesn't say you can't get the game, it just says update your phone, right? Same thing with your computer, whatever. Sometimes you get the desire and you recognizing desire puts you through an update. Once you update, you're able to receive, but that's not the case all the time. Sometimes you don't need to update to get the desire, but if you're thinking, you're like, oh my gosh, this is so big, this is so different. Sometimes it's just waiting on you to make the choice. When you make the choice, the update runs, you're able to receive. It's never about you getting something, you getting the desire, and you'll never be able to get it. No, it's just about you choosing and following the process and understanding that if it came to you, it's for you. It's for you. And you just have to believe that. I know most people don't, because a lot of people don't follow things because they feel like how am I gonna get that? It's really not up for you to decide. What if I told you that it's life is discovery? Desires aren't something that you're necessarily choosing, they're choosing you. Like, your system is compatible for it to play out, and it understands that. You may not understand it, but it understands that. So that's why you get the desire. The desires are choosing you. You just aren't open enough. So when I want to walk away and leave, it's the fact that manifestation is not something you have to pay a coach for. You don't have to watch a bunch of videos. Tell me how you need to learn how to do something that is innate, that you were born knowing how to do. We just got so far out of alignment that, things became harder. But all you need to do is be in alignment. And if you want to go watch anything about Pythagoras theorem, don't think too hard about it. It's just basically showing you that all you need to do is to be in alignment, and your system will calculate everything else. It will calculate everything else. It will calculate the path of least resistance. You don't always have to walk the long linear path, and people thinking they have to walk the long linear path is what strays them away from their desires most of the time. So if you can take anything away, be in alignment. If you feeling a certain type of way, make sure your mind aligns with it. And if you're mad, be mad. You're a human. You don't gotta feel good all the time. And the people that are telling you that, they're lost too. They're lost too. We're not here to avoid, we're not here to resist something. It's not always feel good. It's be human. Okay? Alright. That's all I have to say. I would love to hear. I like reading comments. Whatever you gotta say, put it in the comments. And if you have any questions, put it in the comments. And I will see y'all boys later. Bye.